first trip. That's all you're looking for. You're looking to go back on the first trip. Anything after that, you in trouble. Amen. It's going to be 4 different groups on that day of the rapture. The saved live folk, the dead saved folk, the unrighteous folk that are in the grave, and the unrighteous folk that are still living. God put me in the group I'm supposed to be in. That's what they were asking. In this, because of a lot of going on over here in this 9th chapter, because even the priest had come out and told some of them, he said, y'all done even married the wrong women. Oh, we have Nehemiah. He said, what are we supposed to do? I ain't gonna get into that because I know some of y'all say, well, I got this in my family. But I'm telling you what the book says. And God had a remedy for it. But when we go down there, and then it said, and in their rebellion, they appointed a captain to go back to their bondage. They said, you know what? This Moses thing ain't working out. This Abraham thing ain't working out. Let us go back to Egypt. And you got some folks sometimes, you can put them in the best of positions, and just about the time you think they're getting straightened out, they go back to Egypt. I can't say what I want to say. What one of my friends told me when we were working, because like I said, it's a rated G church, and we're going to keep it like that. Amen. But you know what? Even the Bible warns us about it. It says a hog will return to his walk, and a dog will return to his vomit. You done got them all cleaned up, this, that, and everything. And it was talking about men going back to their sinful ways. It was talking about preachers going back to their sinful ways. But if we keep God on our mind, see, you know what we need now? We need somebody to step forth every day and say, I'm going to pray for the church. It may be at 12 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock at night, 6 o'clock in the morning. We ought to be just like Anna in the temple when they brought Jesus in there. I have left day and night. I've been fasting. Amen. Because you know what? If we can gossip about one another, we can pray for one another. Did you see that dress she had on last Sunday? Today. And you know, when I hear that a lot of times, it's only 2 reasons a lot of times Josephine women holler like that. Is number 1, it might go against God's rule, and they might be some kind of skimpy and all. Or number 2, you just mad at God because your body won't let you wear it no more. That's the only reason they speak out. And most of the time, it's the last one. Since you can't wear it no more, you don't want to see nobody else in it. Well, you know, you just got to deal with what God gave. And you know what? And I say that because, you know, we need to pray for one another. Because you know what? And I'm saying it like this. I'm not going to set a time. Because you know what? If I say 12 o'clock noon, you ought to be doing something else today. But if it runs across your mind this week, out of the subject, what do I do? What do I do? First of all, I want to honor God, and then I want to pray for my church that we'll go up together. Why you say that? Preacher, pray for the church and go up together. Because you know what? I'm just going to tell you, the assembly is going to almost be extinct. And the church got quiet. But if we do like these people right here, these people say we got a problem. Get the Nehemiah together, get the Levites together, get the priests together, and when you get them together, leave your grudges at home. Don't worry if I can preach longer than you have. Don't worry if I can prophesy. Don't worry if I can put full skill. We got to fix it. We got to go back to the foundation. These people said, we got a problem. Nehemiah said, I know you got a problem. He said, meet me down at the water gate. There's some other places in there. So you know what? If we got problems in our life, we can solve them here on Sunday. We can start at Sunday 11:20, and if we believe God enough, by the time we get home, He's already taken care of it. They appointed a captain to go backwards. You got a lot of folk God has blessed, and when every time God blessed them, they go backwards instead of going forward. But look what it said in that 17th verse. Nehemiah was reminding them. But let me go back up. Neither were they mindful of their wonders. See, God's wonders is not magic. It's just God being good to us. He said, well, God, what did you do for us while we were coming out of Egypt? got to complaining about eating the same thing every day. God, this manna falling from earth. They said it was kind of like cornflakes. God, every morning, cornflakes. In the evening, cornflakes. Next day, cornflakes. God told him what to do, how to eat and all that. God said, I tell you what, he said, I'm going to fix that. He called up the east wind, blew in the whale. So they got to eat so much of this stuff, they start coming out and they know, God, it's all right for us to go back to mountain. And you know what? That's just how God is with us. See, I ain't looking at nobody's pocket, but all of us can go to the store now and just pick and don't have to worry about prices. You know, if you really want it, you don't worry. If you really want it, you don't worry about price. If you really, so that's all I'm asking God to do. God, I know you're grateful. I know gas is $2.69 a gallon right now, Robert, but I want to just be able to go up there, stick my hose in the pump, and just sit back and say, fill it up, God. Amen. Because you know what? When they got the $4 a gallon, we were still riding. Filling it up. He's the same God at $4 a gallon. He's here at $2.69 a gallon. So God, you promised me then and you promised that. He just said what they said. Oh, you slow down. He's merciful enough now that if you need enough gas to get to work, you got gas to get to work. If you want gas to get to church, you got gas to go to church. If you want gas to go anywhere else, God has already blessed it. Because if we would be honest with one another, ain't none of our low fuel lights come on this week. Amen, preacher. I must have hit a wrong nerve there because some of y'all low fuel lights must have come on. But then it goes on down here and just talk about how God is ready to party. Anything that man told you you couldn't be forgiven of outside of blasphemy and suicide, God is ready to forgive. He was forgiving a whole nation. Now, somebody asked our brother, they said, you going to forgive on them? Pardon them? And he said public on TV. Yeah, he said no, but I can guarantee you when Jill get through with him, she said it's going to be a whole lot of long sleepless nights, Joe. Yeah, that part of it's coming. It may not be no more after that, but I can guarantee you, just like God said in this verse right here, that one is coming. Because you know what? If the wife don't get to him, the granddaughter don't get to him. Grandpa, when you go party, Daddy. You right? So it's the same thing with us. He told Israel, he said, I'm ready to party, gracious and merciful. You know, our grace, God's grace and mercy follows us everywhere. Then when it says slow to anger. And then he said a great kindness. And God said, oh, he said, I know forsaking Israel. And so it's the same thing, but God has not forsaken us. But you know what sometimes God wants us to do? He wants us to make a declaration of faith. He said, now I haven't got you, but have you? See, because sometimes, you know, we worry about people. But, you know, he said, well, and we know the eternal state ought to be heaven all the time. But what are we doing to witness to folk? So that they know about heaven, know about the goodness of God. Because God said, out of all of that, I'm not going to forsake. And then when I look at the 18th verse, when you look at that 18th verse, what is your problem? I'm not picking on the Bible, but I asked my brother, when you look at that 18th verse, what is your thought? I know it's off the cuff. Well, this is what I thought about. This is what I thought about, Brother Lee, when I looked at that 18th verse. The preacher helped them sing. Yeah, that's right. Okay, you go back over there where it was, the preacher helped them sing because Moses was up on the mountain, taking all the heat, taking all the flack, like the Sunday school said this morning, had to put a veil on his face. God was up there writing it out on the stone. And then they said, we need a God to look at. Moses, Abraham said, bring me out your earrings. And then they lied when Moses got it. He said, we just put this stuff down there and we put all this gold in it, and it just jumped out. That's what he said. It made an idol. charity is idol. Because you know what? I look at it like this. For all those other things that we put above God, if God hadn't given it to us, we wouldn't have nothing to put above God. Because, and I hope I never stray from my convictions. I got a good friend I hadn't seen in there probably about 7 or 8 years. But if he was to show up if he'd have showed up at my house this morning, said, Greg, just out of the whim, I decided to come down here. I said, you got two choices, brother. You can follow me to the house of God, or I can lock you up in here till we get back, because I'm not staying with you. Don't live reunions, college buddies, ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, all this stuff. No, it's going, it's a class reunion, preacher. I ain't gonna get to see them no more in 5 years. That's between you and your God. But it says down here, and yea, they had made a golden calf. This is thy God. And you got, see, the God we serve, you can't see him. You can't, it's kind of like electricity. You can't see him and you can't hear him, but you can show feel him when he get to move. You know he's out. And we got the Christian cross, and we got folk wearing all this kind of stuff and everything else. See, this robe don't mean nothing unless God is in my heart. Because you know what? When I take it off, I got to serve God's people. And y'all know how. What all of them saying is this. And y'all know this. Well, every time you mention something, you just pick in Elise about the food ministry and this and that and everything else. They ain't even got on no robe. And all these women sacrifice. So this is all that I'm saying. It ain't about credit. It ain't about a roll call. It ain't about your name. But if you do something, I'm just going to tell you this. I tell them all the time, we ought to change the motto from reaching out to each other to service given, service required. Amen. But you know what? Romans 16, I think it won't hit 16 chapter. But a lot of them folks are just behind the scenes folks. But you know what? I thank God for everybody. Because you know, like I say, if all I have to do is go out there and minister, and because y'all write the check, it's going to keep on going. Amen. Because you know what? There's some churches we don't have no. How you not have an outreach at a Christian church? Just sitting up building up money in the treasury. Amen. So God did not call us to build up treasure. It's good to have money in reserve. Because you know what? I was watching something on Facebook. And I'm not talking about it, but if somebody was to stand up right now and say, preacher, I ain't got money for a water bill. We pay it before they leave out. Said a couple of weeks ago, I shared with everybody, see, the poor in our community ought to always be able to give a letter of reference for the church, from the church. Desmond Tutu said that he'd been gone a long time. Going back to the 1800s, see, God has shown us mercy, pardon, and gracious, and merciful, and somebody come along and it's something we can do. It ought to be done. Because you know what? All of us have found this out about people. They're going to talk about the church whether we do anything or not. And they ain't going to always tell the truth, but they're going to talk about the church. I stopped by there and asked for. And then you have to watch folks sometimes. You have to watch folks sometimes. They'll ask more for the church in 1 month that they've been given in 10 years. Amen, Greg, all by yourself. Don't think the board get the petitions a lot of times. Y'all don't hear about it. But you know what? We keep on moving by the grace of God. But look what it says. This is in that idol called great provocation. You know what they did after? You know what they did after they created that idol? You have to look it up for yourself. I'm just word I can't say it. But they went crazy in a bad way. Amen. It's in there. You look at it. It may not jump out to you, but it's in there. It says great provocation. I don't need to stand before a cow and ask God to heal me. check and salary and all that. I don't need a card to say, God bless my children. I don't need a card to say, God bless my church. I don't need a card to say, God bless my car and all that you have blessed me with. All I got to do is say, Father, I stretch my hand to you. Now, if you in the cash business, stay in the cash business. If that's the way it goes. Because you know what? Amen. You got folk now buying gold shoes and all that and everything else for Trumpism. They have made him a god. But you know what? Somebody gonna be disappointed. Because I'm saying for anybody, all you got to do is realize this. I can make all the plans in the world. I mean, when I sit down and do my sermon, I'm looking at the Sunday school schedule. But God can fix it next Saturday when I sit down and get ready. That'd be the last time I look. He said, well, I don't know what kind of plans he had for Melissa, but he done checked out this one. I don't plan on that, but if I do, y'all go me up 3 days from me. Yeah, that's right. 3 days is short compared to what they did for Moses and all them. Moses and Joel, they went from they had 30 and 70 day funeral for him. Didn't Chris? In the word, they said they mourned for him 70 days. Yeah, I shouldn't say it, man. First day I'm in white, changed me out black, then finished me off in red. I want all overalls. Amen. But all that I'm saying is this. It said, they have, because you know what? They forgot about this. The gold that they used to make the cash quick, guess where it came from? Came from the hand of God. Even in Jeremiah 10, it said they went out, got a tree, brought it to the craftsman. He shaped it up into a form of an idol. They took it into the house and fastened it with nails so they could watch it and they would go by every day. And the craftsman would be rich. This was preacher probably not in the cash business. Because you know what? And I'm just saying this out young people. All of them on the back. I know God has blessed all of old heads. But see, if we're going to get these young people are going to make it, tell them it's not in the cash. It's in the righteousness of God. But it said, they brought great provocations among men. But as I said, the preacher helped them build an idol. My job is only to